Hello my friends, welcome to Into the Electronic channel. This is Nakamichi, and today we have something that arrived in a package just like this. So it's still packaged. So today we're gonna do an unboxing of this thing and we see what we got. I promise that's gonna be interesting, I hope. And I hope it's arrived in one piece because recently, you know, as you saw my previous video about the scanner and one actually I have unreleased video, I had not much luck receiving things. So yeah, things arrived bashed substantially, and I hope this one wasn't bashed substantially, or not bashed at all, because better not. Better this thing not to be bashed. Yeah, so I hope it's not my luck. I hope that was just fluke, but it repeated 2 times. And I hope it's not gonna be a common practice, because these things are not cheap, and shipping these days not cheap at all. So yeah. Oh my. Nah. Holy smoke. Okay, looks like it's upside down. And as you see it, it's a electronic device. Shit. I knew it. Fuck me, why? Why this is happening to me? Oh. Okay, well, this is least of my concerns, because if this, but that's not instill any confidence, right? When you see something like that, it doesn't really, it's not good. Anyways, I can reprint this thing on 3D printer, it's not that of a big deal, but like seriously, okay. Oh yeah, here we are, this is another piece of it. Like, okay. Oh. Yeah, they charge, the post service, they charge some serious amount of money, but they provide the shitty service. This is like second a package that I received in a bashed condition. This is ridiculous, like. Yeah, look at this bits and pieces everywhere. Alright, hope that's all the problems. So what do we have here? We have Nakamichi CR-1A. So this I bought from Gentleman in Montreal. You see, it didn't even arrive from Montreal in one piece, right? And yeah, it's Nakamichi CR-1. It's nothing super pooper duper, but because I have Nakamichi CR-3 and I decided to, if it's inexpensive and it's broken, I can repair it. And because they kind of share same mechanism and same features. Yeah, it's a relatively simplistic cassette deck. It has not a digital tape counter, which is like Then it has Dolby reduction, BEC, nothing special, MPX filter doesn't matter. Yeah, it's fairly simplistic, but because it's fairly simplistic and it's actually nice looking, I think it's worth the money I paid for it, I believe, providing it's not destroyed inside because someone decided to bash it around. So before I think this is the original kind of, that's not, these scratches didn't happen during the shipping, I think that's original, but that's fine, I can, whatever, it's no big deal for me. Okay, so what are you gonna do before we go and start powering up? Let's just quickly get it open and take a look if insides are intact. Well, let's just eject first and see what we have here. Heads are in place. Power button is working. Okay, so it doesn't have too many screws to here, and to one there was. It used to be here. So looks like someone tried to poke around this cassette deck. Let me poke around it this time. Okay, I'm gonna remove all screws off camera. Alright. Ta-dams. I think I stand corrected. This cassette deck does not share tape mechanism with Nakamichi CR-1A, maybe yes. So there is a cam motor definitely right there. So there's a cam motor, and well, at least motors are Nakamichi's, right? The three motors, anyways. Okay, and this is definitely single capstan device because the flywheel just one right here. There is a real motor and there is a cam motor. Okay, so let's see if there is any kind of damage inside and busted capacitors, anything like that. But so far everything is super nice and clean. All right. So far I don't see any leaking capacitors. Just right. Look at this cool 50 volt film capacitors are very nice, big. Here's the power supply straight right there. So if you compare it with Nakamichi MR1, which is like full of wires, this looks empty. This looks empty. Yeah, if you remember. Well, you don't remember because it was not posted yet. Yeah, of course you don't remember. I posted some photos on tape heads. What is that? So this is some kind of IC and look kind of hilarious here. Do you see this little thing? This is jumper. So who puts jumper under IC? BLU. BLU. That's interesting. What the heck is BLU? BLU. Need to check. Curious, what is this? Blue and yellow. Oh, okay. So there are two connectors should be here, blue and yellow. Curious what is this missing thing is. I will investigate that. So we have big Nakamichi, probably system controller. This is Sony 2118 Dolby chip. It's only one because you don't need two. Like for example in 3-head cassette deck. This look, judging by wires, which are probably, yeah, this is power supply module. Is bunch of beefy capacitors, like all Nippon Chemical and Nichicon, pretty good stuff, no complaints right here. Yeah, I see no leaky capacitors, I see no dreaded yellow or orange caps, because at this time they were all out. So this is look like to me a bias circuits for left and right channel for 3 types, for EX, SX and ZX, and 2 types of equalization. All right, 1 op amp, second op amp. Do we have headphone? Okay, we have headphones here, and clearly this goes here. So this is headphone up. And what's kind of funky that I didn't realize, this thing doesn't have variable output. So yeah, with headphones that's not gonna be the best guy, because you won't be able to tweak a volume. Okay, so let's see electrically. Okay, let's just power it up and see what's going on. And if it spins, what it does, it doesn't, and things like that. Okay, on the back is very simplistic, by the way, just input and output. And by the way, I do not know what's the level standards, like old Nakamichi standards or ISO, whatever. Scratch that, forget that. So let's just power it up. Okay, capsule motor is not rotating. Nothing is happening. Okay, 2 suspects. Suspect number 1, cam motor. We have few possibilities to check if it's cam motor. We can give it a bit of a nudge here. Okay. It's not supposed to be rubbing like that. I don't like it. I'm curious why. Now let's see what's happening here. Aha. So what it does right now, it's actually, so real motor is working because it tried to pick up a little bit of a tape. You see that? But I don't like when it's making these noises. I don't like it. So I'm actually start troubleshooting. My original idea was actually do unboxing and see if this thing in what state. Clearly we have a cam motor issue. So this little guy need to be taken apart and fixed. So this is potential problem. So this motor right here, so it's responsible for, yeah, it's a cam motor. It's either stuck or out of sync. Yeah, and it's what it's doing right now. So yeah, so it's not, yeah, it doesn't rewind. But what I don't like is the fact that it's making these rubbing noises. Maybe these are these wires. Yes. Okay, that better. So now I'm not as concerned. So okay. So because of no rubbing noises, that's better, because I was afraid that there is some kind of issue with the flywheel. Okay, so now at this point I'm probably gonna stop. So we have a possibly repairable cassette deck. And why I really need this cassette deck, because it's still meter probably. It still should be nice to have cassette deck. It should be just provide you very nice listening experience to your existing cassettes. So I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna play with it, and I'm gonna make a nice video how we repair Nakamichi CR-1A. So future video gonna continue, gonna feature continue analysis to understand what's the problem and actually repair. Belt seems to be in good condition, and this thing, I don't think it has any more belts. So yeah, what we also need to take a look at is the idler, condition of the idler, but we cannot judge anything by now because it's just not working. So we don't know how a rewind, playback, and forward sounds like, because it's very important. If it's jittery or anything or noisy, that would definitely indicate that the idler is bad or it need to be replaced. Potentially this guy has the gear instead of idler. Potentially, I don't know. I'm not an expert in Nakamichi's. So I think I'm gonna wrap up right now, and I'm gonna show this video to the owner just to make sure he understands that that was busted in the road, and I was kind of upset about it. But yeah, I think this is a repairable problem. It's not irreversible, because the face actually pretty good of this cassette deck, looking nice. The top is a bit scratched, but shouldn't be a problem. There is nothing crack in the bottom. So yeah, I think that's not too bad, unless there is some kind of damage to the board, which I don't see. If you remember one of my videos, I did repair one of the cassette deck, which actually had pretty significant damage, crack, like it significantly, the boards were significantly cracked, and I fixed it, and it actually works pretty well. Yeah, I like it. I like how it sounds. It has other issues, but it sounds pretty well. So it's all fixable. The problem, because it's just a one-sided board, it's not that of a big deal, unless you have damage to this chip or this chip, because the rest of it can be found. It's all fixable. Yeah, and damage to the head. So if head is busted, it's pretty much game over. Oh, speaking about heads, it's not over yet, guys. Let's check heads. Right, so this is the head, and I think it's in okay condition. Here's the erase head, and here's the playback head, or playback record head, not combination. it's really hard to actually do stuff to show you guys. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. So I just did check head using the flashlight and stuff, and I think the head seems to be in good condition. So we assume head is okay unless it has electrical issue, like for example breakage or short or something like that. Seems to be good. Connectors are good. Board is, I don't know, probably not busted, but it would be really hard to say if it's broken or not without actually getting tape Mac working. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this. Please expect second video where I'm gonna actually fix the deck, and we're gonna go through detailed process how to fix it and then tune it up and make sure it works top notch as pretty much every Nakamichi work. And when you are poking around like I'm doing right now, please pull it out of the power socket because that can kill you. This cassette deck does not have any kind of protection right here, so that's very important. Alright guys, please subscribe, like if you like the video, comment, and stay tuned for another video. Stay safe and ciao!